Hello my lovely ravens, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantal and today I have a Christmas diorama for you all that I'm going to make. I have some of the materials here in front of me, but not everything yet because I am sure I will find some stuff that I'm going to add along the way. So first off, we have some string lights that are different colors like red, green, blue. I'm going to use those. I have some pipe cleaners, that's what we call them here in greenery, and some tinsel, but also some chenille, and that's just the soft stuff which I am going to wind together and then put that around the door. So this door frame was given to me by my friend Jen a while ago. I want to use that for this diorama. I will also be using these two snow-tipped trees. I got them last year for Christmas and never used them. These foam sheets I want to use for the cladding of the house itself. And then I have a frame here. And this frame is where I'm going to build the diorama in. So the door will be at the back and the trees will be at the front. And I'm going to obviously make a sort of a room box there. I will use some foam core that I have on the side there. I will also be making poinsettia flowers, and I created them from these punched out leaves, which is just this punch. And then I have another punch that does these kind of leaves. So I'll show you how I do that later. And I think we should just get started. So first off, let me start with this frame. This is the front of the frame. That's the glass that I'm going to leave inside of it. And this is the matting card that I'm not going to use, so I'm going to put it on the side. And this is the back of the frame. Now what I need to do, I need to see how deep I need to make this diorama, the box, in order for everything to fit inside. And I think if I want to make some steps to the door as well, it needs to be about 4 inches. So that comes to about that much more that I need to add on the side there. I'm going to cut those pieces out of foam board and then I'll show you how I will attach them. So I will be using the back of the frame as my backing plate, so everything will be built on this because I know that fits. I have 2 of the sides cut out, which I'm now going to attach with some hot glue. I'm going to do the same with the other one and then cut the other 2 and then glue it all together. Here we have the room box. Just the sides glued together with hot glue, nothing special. And I took off the stand for the frame. And then the frame should fit right on top. There we have it. There is the room box. And this is where I'm going to build in the Christmas front door scene. In the end, I will show you the room box without the glass, so it's easier to film. And just with the frame on like that, so you don't get the glare. Let's get building. I want to make some steps up to the front door, and I'm gonna go with styrofoam. This is just from packaging, and I think I'm just gonna use that for it. And then the trees, which I want to sit just right in front of it like that. Let's paint the door and start putting the cladding on the back of it, which is basically just cutting out these strips of foam. Also, I hope you like my new setup. I am filming with a DSLR camera right now, and I've had this camera for a while. We thought we were moving house. We didn't in the end, and I set it up, and I hope this is all looking kind of slick right now. So let's make the cladding for the back of this thing. I measured out 1/2 inch strips. Or yeah, I measured out 1/2 inches and I'm just cutting strips. I'm wondering, do you have any New Year's resolutions for the next year? Because one of mine has to be is buy less art supplies, just the stuff that I need. I did subscribe to a scroller box for the new year, so I will do that. But other than that, just the necessities like glue and paint. And other than that, I'm not allowing myself to buy other art supplies. So here we have the strips, and if I overlay them like that, overlap them, I think that would look quite good. I'd have to sort out how much there is on either side of the door, and then cut them to size so I don't waste too much of it, because it is a big door. So I have all the boards done now, and this is just the foam that I showed before, just simple craft foam. And I just glue the strip at the top and then glue them over each other starting at the bottom. So that's all done. Then I've cut some stairs from the foam, which I now need to cover with, I think I'm gonna cover it with Mod Podge to strengthen it and to make it less porous. And then I'm going to, I think, cut some egg carton to make some bricks on top of that. So I think that's gonna be happening next. And I also need to paint the door. So the door will be going here. And as I was gluing these on, I kept measuring the door. So the door will be going there. And the stairs will go there. And what I think I want to do with the door is I want to make the back here a dark gray and then the rest of the door white. But I want to add a crackle paste so it looks like the door is a bit older. And I want to use the same gray as the crackle coming through, showing through, and then the rest white. So what I will do is I'll paint everything dark gray first, and then I'll go over with the crackle medium and then the white. So the crackle medium I've got is from Yo Sonya's. It is, I think, an Australian brand, made in Australia, it says, so yes. I've had it for a while, so I hope it still works. It should. And then we'll see what happens. I used it once on the red telephone box. I will leave a link in the iCard section, I think, over there. I'll leave a link there because I'm pretty sure this is what I used there. Let's do the door and the stairs. Also, I'm going to paint this just plain black, just like the sides are, as it would be at night, because it actually looks pretty good if I put the frame on top. That black on the sides looks really good. Whilst the door is drying, let me show you how I made these poinsettias. Is that how you call them? I think they look pretty realistic and I'm gonna go with it. So I have two punches. One is this one, and this is the other one. And as you can see, these are the petals of the flowers, and these are the leaves. So what I did, because I didn't have any red or green paper handy, can you believe it? A crafter that doesn't have any colored paper. Anyway, I grabbed my alcohol markers. It doesn't matter which ones. I'm pretty sure I used this one. And I just went over the paper like that. Same for the red one. Just really want to saturate that paper, so on the other side you have the same color. And now all you do is punch these out until you have a whole bunch of them. And you do the same with the green. Because this is a corner punch, it's a bit different. Well, it's not really different, but you need to cut the corner off every time you punch. And then I have these, we call these micro beads, I think. these micro beads, they go in the middle of the flower. It's really simple. You grab 5 leaves, or 5 petals for the flower, and you're going to glue. I'm just using wood glue because I like using wood glue for paper. And you're just gonna place the flowers or the petals and like so. So they fan out kind of evenly. And I say kind of because it's difficult with this shape. You can also use 6 for however many you want. Then with a ball tool, it's going to push in the middle. And then you turn it over and you're going to push on the outside of the leaves. And then you turn it over again and push in the inside again. When it's mostly dry, you put a drop of the glue on the inside, just where you want those little tiny beads to go. And then you're gonna dip that flower in those beads. So you don't have to drop them on, you just dip the flower inside. Once that is dry, you can take a couple of petals. I normally do 3, and then with a ball tool, you are gonna curve them. Then you turn over your flower, you put on 3 dots of glue, and then you place on the leaves. And I just need to make a whole bunch of them now, because I want to make my own wreath. So this is pipe cleaner, that is the Christmas stuff. Kind of need my door for that. So this is the part that is painted in the background color. So I'll see if I can find an Amazon link for this stuff. I'll try to link all the materials used in every video that I do. There's that. It's a little bit fluffy, so I'm just gonna trim it. So there we have the trimmed wreath, and I think it will hang somewhere there. So I'm just gonna wrap this around. And there's that. It looks very festive. So I was going to make this door with a crackle effect, and I did. However, it looks like an abandoned door, and that's not the look that I was going for. So I turned it over and painted it and put glossy Mod Podge over it. It's still drying. It is touch dry, but it still needs to dry a little bit more. So we're gonna just leave that to dry. And that's what it looks like with the panel behind it. What I've also done is paint a piece of glass paint with some shimmer in there, which I'm going to place behind it. I'm not sure how well that is gonna show up, but at least it's there and it reflects. You can kind of see the shimmer and the green and blue. So I hope that will show up, and if not, at least the glass is there. So I'm going to leave that to the side to dry. And in the meantime, I want to make the part of the decoration for around the door. I've also finished this wreath, which I'm really happy about. It looks really good with the poinsettias. I really like how it turned out. So I need to trim this down first. So let me do that first to start with. Okay, I've trimmed this down, and I've let it take the shape of the door frame. And now what I need to do is wrap this stuff around. I'm going to start at the base and just wrap this around. And now I'm going to add these ones as well, just to add a pop of color. There we have that. And I am going to add the lights to this one as well. And they will be colored lights that look like that. And I think they look very festive. I am going to wrap this around, but at the very end when I'm going to add this. because I have to thread the wire through a little hole that's right here in the corner, thread the lights through, and then wrap it around this thing, and then place that around the door. So this is what I'll have to wait. Next, what I'm going to do is paint this black off camera. Also add some egg carton to the stairs. So the egg carton is right here. And I'm going to cut out little bricks and add them to the stairs. I have all of the little bricks cut out. Let's stick them on the stairs. The stairs are done, and now I'm going to cover it in Mod Podge and then dry brush it with some grays. So the Mod Podge I'm using for this is a black Mod Podge, but it's just Mod Podge with added black ink, making sure that I get into all the nooks and crannies. I'm going to leave these stairs to dry, and I'm going to glue the door into the diorama now. There's the door. I've already glued this all together and put the glass behind it. I think it looks pretty cool like that. And I'm gonna use my Fabri-Tac glue for that. Now we need to, of course, add some snow to this diorama. I was given this pot of snow. I have no idea where it comes from. My husband got it from one of his colleagues at work. This is like dry snow that you can use in dioramas. I'm going to add texture paste, add snow, and then also, where's the glitter? Add some glitter. I still have this in my stash. I hardly ever use glitter, but I want some for the snow to make it shimmery. I'm gonna add that, and then I'm going to add the lights to this thing and build up the rest of the diorama. I said texture paste, but I meant modeling paste. This is a very coarse kind of brush. Just gonna dip it in and add it, I suppose. Move you a little bit closer. Just want to show you how I add this to some of the parts on the door. To imagine it going in there and just sitting in there. Need to add that dusting, otherwise it will dry up. Well, that was fun. It looks so cool. I'm just gonna let this dry and see where we end up with this. Now I'm going to string these through that hole there and then wrap them around the decoration around the door. Okay, the lights are on and I'm really happy with this. This is what it looks like when they're off, and I'm okay with that. So back on, it's very bright. I'm just gonna stick them in around the door with some hot glue. So I hope you can see this. I added sparkles to the snow, and when I turn on the lights, it really reflects the lights. You can even see it better now. It's still a little bit wet because I put PVA glue and the plain glitter together and just brushed it over the snow, and I really think this looks really effective. So it's also on the sides there, but the lights really reflect in the sparkles. So I'm really happy with that. So now I'm just gonna put everything inside and then we can see what the final result looks like. And this is it for this Christmas diorama. I hope you enjoyed watching me create this and, of course, what the final result looks like. I hope you'll all join me in one of the live streams I have planned in the last week of this year. All my social media can be found in the description box below, and if you're new here, welcome! Don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell notification button so you don't miss out on any future videos, and of course become part of the Raven family. Thanks so much for watching, have a very happy holiday season, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!